Hi everybody, it's Mary from Reviewer's Diary, and I decided that since I'm such a total failure reading-wise, one year I remember I read 54 books and I was like, wow, that's a lot of books, but not so much now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this, which is a B5 Stalogy. They accidentally sent this to me because my favorite sizes are the A6, which is the little one that's purse size, and I have a little calendar in that one to keep track of my appointments and stuff, but or a B6, which is like my wheelhouse. I love the B6. It's small without being too small. It's perfect. I'm going to do a separate video about the different sizes I have. I also have an A5, which I would like to use as a journal, but other than putting it in a nice cover, I haven't done anything with that yet. So I'm going to do a separate video about my Stalogy collection. I have all 4 sizes now, and it was completely accidental. So this one, B5, is just a little bit smaller than an 8.5 by 11, which is to me an annoying size. I don't really like this size at all. But when I started putting it together as my reading diary slash notebook slash record, I decided that this was actually perfect. These are printables from Cocoa Daisy. If you go on the website, there are files where you can click download and print stickers. So I have sticker paper, so I did put these on. Nobody makes a clear cover for the B5 like they do for like the A5 and the B6 and the A6. Other than buying a too expensive folio type cover, I just decided, since it's also like a bump, it was from Amazon Warehouse, it has like a little bump in the back. So it's not perfect, but do I care? I could have bumped that myself, you know, so it's not a big deal. But I have already decided on what I am going to be reading for the month of January. Now, I'm going to show you my record for reading, and there was one year before I had 2 jobs. I literally had 2 jobs outside of the house. I never count YouTube as a job. Although it's starting to turn into B1, which is really nice. But anyway, yeah, I've never counted YouTube as a job. I actually had 2 jobs outside of the house. One was my full-time job at the hospital, and the other one was my part-time job teaching writing to young and old and all different age students, composition and writing. So at the local university, those jobs dried up as they hired other people to take over and basically take a full-time job with no benefits. Like, there's nothing good about it, unless the only thing, your only goal in life was to be a college professor. Then it might be a good stepping stone. That wasn't my big goal in life, so, you know, who cares? So anyway, it's easier for me to concentrate on my full-time job without having the part-time job. So I don't subscribe to the fancy schmancy lettering. It makes some people really happy, and I'm really glad for that, but I'm not good at it, and I'm not gonna turn this into something that is too hard for me to keep up. I have a bullet journal. I tried, and what happened was I ended up not using my bullet journal until I just turned it into a regular bullet journal in my B6. So I'm not going to be doing fancy schmancy, but I did do some stuff in here that, you know, I am pretty happy with. It'll work for me. So on the inside, I just put Reading Journal 2021. I did put a little credit down here for Cocoa Daisy because it just seemed like the right thing to do, and this was one of those printables from that set. I'm going to show this in a little bit better angle on my desk, so you'll be able to see it better. I started in an index, and I expect that it's going to go to 2 columns. It's probably not going to go on to two pages, but I left a blank page in here anyway, just because you never know. This is a 365 page stalogy, so it's not just going to be 2021. That's why here I put one of those little swish signs that shows that it's going to be 2021 through like whenever, and I'll put the closing year down here just below that. I already have 4 items on my index. One of them is a look into the past, which is a good thing you can do on Goodreads. You can look back through your previous challenges that you failed. I did make it for a couple of these, but anyway, I also have a page, actually it ended up being 3 pages, about the challenges I decided to join, books read, bookshelf, and my Goodreads progress. Yeah. So here is the look into the past. And you can see that in 2011 I read 40 books. I think it was 2010 I read 52, but I don't think I registered it on Goodreads. I think I was just kind of counting it on my blog, which apparently has some fatal error now. But anyway, I just don't have time to fix it. Then in 2012 I read 25 books. In 2013 I read 38 books. Those are not too shabby numbers. They're not quite as high as I would have liked them to be, but then you can see when I started having 2 jobs, 2014 I read 8 books. That's embarrassing. But more embarrassing is in 2015 I read 3, and in 2016 I read 2. Oh, 2017 I read 4, 2018 I read 2, 2019 I read 8, and this year, 2020, I have read 4, and I have 2 in progress, which probably will be done before New Year's. They have to be. I don't know if I'm not interested in reading them, though. Like, did you ever read, like, part of a book and you're like, yeah, this is not that good? I read about 100 pages into a book and I realized I didn't like the main character or any of the other characters in the book. And I was like, why am I reading this? I have like probably over 100 books right here in my house, and I gave away, we thought we were moving, turned out we weren't. So I'm heartbroken to say that I gave away about 100 books that I didn't have to give away. I was careful though. I kept things that I knew I was going to want to read, but yeah, it still breaks my heart. So I do have an order out to the book outlet and I'll do a haul. I only ordered 4 books, and one of them I've already read. I borrowed it from the library and fell so in love with it that I have to have a copy. So yeah, I'm a bibliophile. So anyway, the first one, let's see, look into the future are my challenges. This challenge, 2021 TBR Knockout Challenge, is 2 books every month, and it was created by Completely Melanie. And so I did write out what the requirements are. And hers goes on for 2 pages because it's 2 books per month. And then the other one is 2021 Read Your Bookshelf Challenge, and it's 1 book every month, making a total of 12 books. So the first one would be 24 books, the second one would be 12 books, and every month has a theme. And so, I'm very excited about that. For my books read, I'm not going to draw the book until I read it, because I want to write the titles of the books in the spine area, and I'll color it in. I have like a color key, but I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to use markers or colored pencils, which I have both. But I am going to just add the books slowly as I read them. So, my shelf is empty for 2021. What a surprise. I also have my Goodreads goal is 40. You can't put it in yet, not until January 1st, but I just made this giant sticker on my printer. Each box, what I plan to do is put the titles of the books, maybe, I don't know, or just like read 3 books or read 5 books. So where my challenges are 24 books and 12 books. If I go above that, which I often do when I'm really enjoying reading, and I have a lot of nonfiction and fiction that's like screaming my name right now from my bookshelf. So I really feel enthusiastic about this. The 2 reading challenges, I watched a whole bunch of videos with different reading challenges, and these 2, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say who the second one was from. These 2 from, let me repeat their names. Completely Melanie was the 2 books a month challenge. And I'll link the video down below. And the other one is 2021 Read Your Bookshelf Challenge. And that's 1 book every month. And that was created by Chantel at An International Life. Okay, so there's my kitty cat Jack. He's a good boy. I ruined his life by getting the German Shepherd puppy. So anyway. My life is it's a screaming, disorganized mess. That's my CPAP stuff up there. And I now have a dead CPAP machine, so I have to call the company that supposedly ordered me one because I don't have it, and I'm not sleeping because I don't have my CPAP. So anyway, here is the book. And I'm glad I found a purpose for this. For the longest time, it's been sitting on my shelf, like, what am I going to do with such a gigantic notebook? Because if I was going to school, I probably would have a use for it, but I'm not going to school anymore, so there's really no reason for me to have a big notebook like this. So anyway, for a closer look here, let me pull you in a little bit. There's the cover, and the stickers are getting, for some reason, washed out by the camera. The inside, I just wrote reading journal. I kind of messed that up. And that's where I entered the I don't care phase of this, because I wrote reading journal on this page. I did it in pencil first, and I erased pencil, and I just made a mess. So anyway, 2021, there's like a little swish, and this is where it's going to end. This is going to be a journal that I keep for a couple of years. These stickers, again, are from Cocoa Daisy, and that's where the Cocoa Daisy ends. I'm probably going to throw a few like Happy Planner stickers and stuff. I did use washi tape. I like washi tape. It makes me happy, so this is going to be loaded with washi tape and stickers at some point. But this is my index, and there, of course, are the 4 sections that I have already put together for this. So I have, of course, like I said, I have a blank page. Yowza! Right there. And then I have a look into the past. And this was like a more for me to look and go, whoa, what have I been doing? Well, let's see. I worked 2 jobs for a little while. Finally that ended, and now I'm trying to establish more on my Instagram and my YouTube channel. So I guess you could call it a job. I'm not sure. And so anyway, you can see 40 books in 2011, 25 in 2012, 2013, 38, 8 in 2014, 3 in 2015, 2 in 2016, 4 in 2017, 2 in 2018, 8 in 2019. That's when I decided I was going to read, and I was still a failure. And then 2020, 4 books read, and 2 are currently in progress. These are the 2 challenges. Let me see if I can get you in a little closer. This one, the 2021 TBR Knockout Challenge, is by Completely Melanie, and every month has 2 separate themes. So I wrote down everything, all the notes that I had, and that'll end up being 24 books. And then there's this one, 2021 Read Your Bookshelf Challenge. So this is 12 books, so that's 36. I'm going to link the videos down below so you can watch them and see what the ideas are. Okay, so this is books read, and there's nothing there, obviously, because it's not even January 1st yet, but this is a future plan for me. I'm going to draw a book after, and, you know, draw a straight line, write the title, and then end up creating the size of the book based on the title. I would like the titles to be in there. Not really necessary. If you're going to just do this, you could always just draw, like, books and color them in. I also have a color key down here because I want to use colored pencils or markers. And this is my Goodreads goal of 40, but what my progress is. So I have put together all the months, and, you know, I'll be writing how many. Back here, I'll probably just put notes as I read books, like maybe my favorite quotes and stuff like that. It won't be like a showcase page, it'll just be mine. So I do review everything online, so, you know, I'll be reviewing online. But this gives me a good plan moving ahead, not just trying to, like, willy-nilly just do it myself. I'm going to try to stick to these challenges, and that'll be fun. And of course, again, here are my books that I picked. And there are 2 Karen White books. And then there's this Marion Zimmer Bradley Dark Satanic. And now I'm going to go back to my regular narrative for you guys. Darn, I went to download the disc that was in this camera, and it somehow created some kind of weird file type that I could not convert for the second half of me yammering on and on. And it was fairly lengthy. So I'm going to add on what I think I said. And I hope that everything is accurate, but I have to just go over. I think what I did is I talked about the books that I picked out. So going back to this, and by the way, I'm going to put the links to both of these challenge creators in down in the information area of this video. So anyway, I hope that it's possible to read, but anyway, January was a book with something dark in the title, like the word dark or whatever, and book 2 was with a dark theme. Okay, the other one, that's the 2021 TBR Knockout Challenge. The other one, 2021 Read Your Bookshelf Challenge, had something to do with a home. So I'll go over that one first. I did pick The House on Trad Street. Let me back up just a hair, I think. Yeah. It's a haunted house story. So I picked it because I've been dying to read it. It's been sitting on my bookshelf for a while. I really am looking forward to reading this, and apparently there is a ghost story in it says practical-minded realtor Melanie Middleton hates to admit, even to herself, that she can see ghosts. Anyway, it takes off from there, and it is I've heard a lot of good things about this book, and so I'm very interested to read this. So that takes care of the 2021 Read Your Bookshelf Challenge for January. And then the other one, the TBR Knockout Challenge. It is something dark, and this is book Dark Satanic. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about this book. I have no peace in my life. Quiet! Anyway, this is by Marion Zimmer Bradley. Quiet! I read a book by her and then proceeded to pick up a couple others by her that I still haven't read. They're just sitting on my shelf waiting to be read. This is the prequel to her book called The Inheritor. Now this is, you can tell by the illustration on the back just how old it is. Her husband's life is in danger. Jamie Melford is about to publish a book on witchcraft, one that reveals long-hidden occult secrets. Someone very powerful wants the book destroyed and Jamie Melford dead. Barbara will do anything to protect him, but she has no powers, no gift. Her only weapon is love. Will that be enough? So I'm just wondering if maybe she's got some kind of power after all. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, this fulfills the dark theme. And I should say the title, Dark. And this would fulfill the dark theme. This is also by Karen White, and surviving a tragic accident that killed her parents has always made Piper Mills feel invincible. That is, until fate strikes again and a near fatal fall from a horse destroys her dreams, blah, 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 blah. She moves back to Savannah and into a home that she inherited from her grandparents to retreat and recover and reflect on everything she's lost. The further description says that she finds a secret room somewhere in the house, and I'm sure there's like a ghost involved because a lot of Karen White's books do have some kind of a spook. But, you know, I have to say the dark theme would be, you know, she fell off a horse and her dreams are dashed and she moves into a house that's got secret rooms. So that's kind of creepy right there. So that is going to be my 3 books. So these are for January. That would be exclusive of anything that I would read that is sitting in my NetGalley queue. So I may end up reading 4 books in January, but I'm not positive. So don't hold me to that. Only hold me to these. And if any of them are horrible, I'll just replace them with another book because I don't waste my time forcing myself to read books. I think it's silly to do that. When I have so many, when my room is clean and straight, I will show you guys just how many books I have that I'm looking at right now. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I really had a good time creating my reading journal and picking out these books, and I'm very excited for this challenge. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed, please do subscribe. If you'd like to participate in either of these, I'm linking the videos down below so you can write down the rules. And, you know, you can certainly comment. You could do it via comments. I have a lot of people who join challenges that I do via the comments section. You could, if you have an Instagram account, you could in fact also do this on Instagram. I choose to do it on YouTube. I'm not that active on Instagram, so I try to be, but you know, I have to get to be. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been really looking forward to reading a couple of these books, and so I think it's going to be fun, and hopefully I can keep up, and hopefully make my Goodreads goal 40 books, or I might grow it to 50, maybe. I don't know. You can always change your Goodreads goal. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary, and let's get reading. All right. So anyway, thanks and have a beautiful evening. Good night.